Yo, we say we live, fam. I'm gonna check this out on YouTube, see what's going on. What's good? Dark Serpent in the building, fam. What's popping?
Everything and nothing. What's good?
Everything and nothing. I be trying to balance that reality, man, that none of this shit really exists with it's all for you. So it's just like trying to balance that, man. Is a
Yeah,
real is a
absolutely.
It's a real battle. So we have something real distinct to talk about today. I'm just trying to make sure this shit is on YouTube. Give me a second.
Let me grab my other phone because I know it's probably giving me an update.
Word. Peace to the family. Mm-mm.
Both YouTube updates.
Yeah, I see it on here. It's on YouTube. It just probably ain't going to update. You know how they get. You know how it goes. But we up here, man. Just trying something different. I'm reporting live from the office. Got my man Dark Serpent here to ask me some questions about chakras. He had been telling me he was trying to figure out ways to formulate conversations in relation to chakras for our people to look at it in a space where it's normal, at a space where it's not no Hindu master type of energy, but just regular spirituality. So I'm gonna leave the floor open to you to ask the questions, and we'll just go back and forth, making sure we got some understanding. But for the family, make sure you have your notebooks out and really just absorb some new information if you're not fully informed about chakras, or you hear people saying, why do you only care about the 7 chakras when it's your body got 1,000,000 chakras and all of that type of energy. And then if you have questions, be sure to we'll see the questions on the comments. So let us know what's up with y'all and how y'all feeling. But Dark Serpent, what's up?
Hey man, I'm just grateful and thankful to be here. You know what I'm saying? Be a participant. I wanted to demystify some of the stuff that goes along with it, the chakra system. Like a lot of us hear chakras, and then we think it's some real extra mystical, fantastic shit. And then if it's too complicated the way it's being portrayed, a lot of people are not going to be in tune. So basically, we want to make it simplified. We want to get it to a point where you can eat all of this stuff at the same time and however you want to eat it, but we just want to simplify it for the people. So my question to the mystic would be, my first one would be, what is the necessity of a chakra?
The necessity of a chakra is so basically your chakras are glands in your body. So the glands in your body deal with your health. Now, your health is your wealth, meaning, so I'm activating my root chakra presently, and the way that I feel, so Ganesha is a phallic deity. Ganesha rules over the root chakra. He's a tantric deity. So for men, when you activate your root chakra, you're activating your tantric principle. So the love making sessions really intense. But it's connected to your body as well. We're actually talking about glands. So your health is your wealth. So your inner relates to your outer. So a lot of people have outer problems and issues, cash flow issues, emotional issues, mental issues, all types of issues, right? But we look for external sources, doctors, healers, readers, advisors, and there's nothing wrong with that. The problem is when they begin to prescribe a particular medicine and it's something external. What I'm trying to do is provide you medicine and understand your chakras and understand your glandular activity as normal. And then why are you doing it? Okay, I feel good, but I'm also able to manifest and I'm also able to experience the external world at a higher level than I would if my chakras weren't activated.
So it sounds like what you're saying, that basically information and being educated on the chakras is a way for you to heal yourself.
For the most part. Um, Most definitely. Absolutely. Without a shadow of a doubt.
Okay. Demystify that for the folk, because most folk in today's world will believe they need to go to a doctor for anything.
Right. Right. And so what a doctor is going to do, he's going to prescribe you medicines that will either inhibit or promote your body to heal yourself.
So he's going to give you a concoction that is going to trick your body into thinking it's doing the work that you could do yourself with your own body, right?
In a nutshell.
Okay.
In a nutshell. In a nutshell. So even when you go to a doctor is not, unless you're going to a surgeon. Now, a surgeon and a doctor are not in the same space. They might have the same title, but they don't have the same space. So when you go to a doctor, he's not tinkering or touching or in anything. He's just facilitating or prescribing, maybe having you go to sleep. You need to sleep more. You ever go to the doctor and they say, oh, you need to do this with your diet. You probably need to sleep more. You're probably stressed out. What are they saying? They saying that you're throwing off your health. And when you throw off your health, you by default throw off your wealth, because you're not able to connect the dots. And the dots are that your body is a smart tech piece of machinery. Technology wise, it's advanced. It could do all sorts of things. However, we inhibit it through our actions, but our actions are actually promoted through society, through entertainment, and ultimately through education. So the same way, like, it's this thing on the American Disease for heart medicine, and they have a diet plan. And within their diet plan, they have chicken, beef, and pork. But then you'll do the research on what causes heart disease: chicken, beef, and pork. So it's really hard. It's a really hard subject when you reference health in this world, because it might be a result of a Hegelian dialect where they provide the sickness and they also provide the cure. So that's just a whole paradigm and a whole vortex. And so a lot of our people, they have this relationship with the doctor where it's very sacred and it's very private. But that is a very abusive relationship. I'll tell you, I'll do you one better. Say, for instance, if your daughter had a boyfriend and she said, well, I got this boyfriend I'll tell you about. I really love him, though. He's really helpful. And then you say, all right, well, what's some of the ways that he helped you? Well, he cut out my womb the other day when I told him I was having issues. And yeah, he just completely removed my womb. Meaning that a lot of our melanated women, they are getting hysterectomies at a certain age. Like your mom, your aunt, your grandmother, a lot of those women have had hysterectomies because they trust their doctor's opinion, but that relationship is highly abusive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's very abusive, especially the fact that the majority of inner city women, if you want to call them Black women, are 9 times out of 10 convinced that they need to have a C-section as opposed to a natural birth. Yeah. It only happens to them. And bottom line of that is really all about money, because doctors get like 40 grand for each C-section. So Facts. they're going to steer you in that direction, regardless if they think it's a healthy thing for you or not.
Right.
And then what they don't tell you is the fact that once you have a C-section, you'll never be allowed to have a natural birth, which is ridiculous. So it has to be the education, because that is a very abusive relationship based on the idea that they're giving you a generalized treatment for something that is really should be based on per the individual.
So these conversations that we have, albeit uncomfortable, The uncomfortable thing is when you have this secret relationship with your doctor and they cutting you open like a goddamn turkey. You know, that's uncomfortable to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because think about something as simple as when you pass bowel movements. You know what I mean? Like when you pass bowel movements, the woman is sitting up just like the man is sitting up, right? So you go to have a baby, they got you laying down. You know, so that has to be a deterrent for the child because there is no simple flow for the baby to come out. You dig what I'm saying?
Gravity. So that gets deep. You know, like
Yes.
we're having a child presently, so a lot of this is really sensitive, but a lot of it though needs to be talked about in the aspect to where it's like um, gravity and natural flow is real, and then understanding just your overall natural way of doing things is not traumatic. So
Yeah.
the trauma comes from the Bible, right?
Yeah.
When Eve went outside of the Garden of Eden, and it is said that, you know, women were going to have hard labors.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you tell a child that from a little baby girl, all she see on TV is, you know, breathe, baby, breathe, shh, 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 breathe, breathe, breathe. And so you have the Bible, you have science, and now you have entertainment cementing the fact that childbirth is traumatic, it is hard, it's difficult. You're gonna
Mm-hmm.
need drugs, you know, and some more stuff, you know. Uh, the irony is that they test for marijuana, but they will give a woman fentanyl during childbirth. Now you try to make that make sense.
Yeah.
So it's really a tough situation, honestly, when you reference the hospitals and then you reference health. So a lot of things that we have to do as people is begin to talk and educate each other on health. So when you reference chakras, you're not going to activate your chakras if you got shitty health. It's just not going to happen the same way as you're not going to play in the NBA, you know, huffing down Newports. It ain't
Yeah.
even like, not saying like, it's just like you can still huff, you can still smoke and you can still have bad health. But it's certain things that, you know, it's like a sport. It's like a athletic competition, but it's internal, and it's
Yeah.
about aesthetics, it's about diet, it's about understanding the process of the moon, it's about frequencies and understanding emotional frequencies to navigate this matrix. Is it would seem like a lot of hard work, but if you just understand some basic principalities when it comes to health and then chakra health, you supersede any system or institution, albeit hospitals and things of that nature. So what am I saying? They could be a faulty hospital and they could be trying to do faulty things, but if your spirit is strong, and say for instance your diet is right, then the things that they want to administer to you, you could be lucid enough. So a lot of it is them you being in gruesome pain, and then you saying, well, I'll just take whatever you give me. But the
Whatever.
reality is that you have to begin to engorge yourself with water, because when you engorge yourself with water, you don't feel pain. If you do
Mm-hmm.
feel pain, it's because you're dehydrated and your body needs water.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's such a simple concept. And the idea is not to give people this information or to try and educate people to a point where they feel like this is just too much. You know, nobody wants to be overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, we have to get to a place where people start to understand that it's not about it being your fault because you didn't know something. It's only an issue of it being fault if you chose not to know it. You know, so the chakra system is essential, but at the same time, there are many things throughout a person's life that are essential that we choose to ignore on purpose. And then your ego will bring something in to say, you know, well, that's too complicated. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, demystifying it is one thing. Another thing is simplifying it for it to be palatable for certain individuals to understand, like, hey, just because it's a lot doesn't mean it has to be hard. You know, I think people correlate complicated with hard. So it's to a point of anything being hard, of course, the ego is going to gear you towards whatever is convenient, whatever is easy, whatever is, you know, right there, whatever you know how to do. But at the same time, it's not really teaching you how to know you and to know your body. And that chakra system, the chakra system is essential on you knowing your own body.
Right.
That's the way I feel.
Right. And I feel you on that. And what I would say is that it's very complicated for me to point my finger at you right now. It took hella neurons, hella vibrations, electricity, muscles, synapses, brain functions, blood vessels, heart palpitations, breath control, muscle control, the stabilizing muscles to keep my shoulder from not collapsing. This is a complicated process. But if I'm pointing to you right now, do you view this as complicated?
Yeah, exactly.
When I reference chakras and health, of course, I'm talking about something that's highly complicated, but I'm not talking about nothing that's hard. The purpose of you paying the money to get in a class is for you to get into a system that's not hard. And of course, it's really important for me to get out here and promote, get out here and advertise and things like that, because I know what I'm offering is life-changing. And the reality is that if I don't say nothing, if I'm quiet, if I just fall back and just, let it just come to me, that's cool. But I'm also missing an opportunity to change somebody's life. And that's really what it's about when it comes to doing this. Now, this is my second go around with chakra work. The first time I did chakra work, I had a fledgling YouTube channel and I was trying to figure it out. And I was a truck driver and I had 2 children. I had a new girlfriend that I wasn't too sure about. Just keeping it real. Cause I had my kids and she was just at the house chilling. And I'm just like, shit, why don't your ass get a job or something? I wasn't this person that you see right now. Oh, I love my wife and all of that. That was a process.
Yes.
But the process was in us doing chakra work together.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I'm giving to the people. Like, it's not a point of contention with me. It's not a point of like, oh, this might or might not work. This is guaranteed to work. I'm going to give you the supplements to take. I'm going to give you the exercises to do. I'm going to give you the meditations to listen to, included with the visualizations. And it's not going to be me. It's a tag team thing. It's a whole experience of energies, ancestral, present, and future-minded beings here to give you something sustainable in your spiritual journey, where we're connected to your body, we're connected to esoteric. And then after the session's over, you have additional questions. We'll sit there and listen to as many questions as it takes. At least I will. Maybe Prime got other things to do because Prime is Prime for a reason. You know what I'm saying? However, the idea, shameless plug, but the idea is to educate people in the realms of a spiritual journey to where they know what's happening. I'm so tired of people talking about, well, Panic said, well, such and such said, well, I was watching this video and this person said. That don't matter to me at this point. I don't care what nobody said. What have you done? Okay. Yes. And it's not about, well, I got a lot of money. I don't care about that either. Well, I look good. I don't care about that either. Mm-hmm. We're talking about a spiritual function that has been ignored, not in our community, on the planet. Okay? Everywhere. So it's the same way we have been operating on this earth, detached from our power source. Mm-hmm. So if you had a computer, we're just a computer. We're just a body. And we don't know what it's like to be plugged into the socket yet. So the things that we're able to do, we don't know yet until we're actually able to first open it and then, you know, cut it on and then learn it. So with this class, instead of me beating your ears up, I got a 14-page workbook full of original material, simplified material on everything we discuss in the class. Now, if you don't take the supplements, you don't listen to the meditation, you don't read the workbook, that's not my fault, and I could care less, and I don't care about no reviews or anything. I just know for a fact, if you do the exercise, take the supplements, do the meditations, you're going to activate your root chakra, activate your kundalini, and activate your spiritual power. Now, that's not even nothing to be clapping about either, because now you can burn down buildings. Now you can destroy people with your mind. So if you negative minded and you join this class, that's what you got to look forward to. More ruin and more dilapidation, because even the chakras ain't going to save you. You ultimately going to have to save yourself. But the idea is to create a goal and then power that goal through your spiritual process. And that's what we offer.
Which is one of a kind. It's unique. The information and the education and the implementation of all of these different things that the family has to offer, you know, join the Slack, you know, join Coins and Currents, you know, join Alchemic Academic, you know, join anything that you can join that you are sure to get something from. How am I sure that you're going to get something from this? Because we don't have any ulterior motives other than to make each other successful. Like, that is the only ulterior motive any of my people have. I can say that, you know, without a shadow of a doubt. Like, we're not offering any magic pills. Like, you're not going to put any beans under your pillowcase and then wake up and everything just going to be beautiful and glorious. That's not what we're offering. Like, we're trying to teach you how to fish. We're not trying to teach you where the fish are at. We're not trying to teach you how fish come about. No, we're trying to teach you how to fish. So when you get something that is being given to you from a sincere and genuine place, from individuals who have already done the work, and individuals who are going to succeed, whether you want to be involved or not, then you know you're getting it from a real place. Shameless plug. It's the Hood Mystic. You're right.
Nah, man, I used to be real concerned and conscious about promoting people, promoting stuff and stuff like that. But you'll be hard pressed to see me do any video without me promoting myself. That's just the facts, because I live in this world where I don't get support. I deal with racist astrologers and shit. These niggas was trying to, this is a side note, but these niggas put up a Will Smith chart. This has got me mad today. They put up a Will Smith chart and they were trying to bash him. And I was like, you can bash people all you want, but you're not about to bash Will Smith. Like, you can't bash. And it was like, I was like, well, he got Saturn in the 12th house. So I was just kicking it to him how it represents rulership. And they just gonna kick back to me like, he don't represent rulership. And I'm like, bro, his name is literally the Fresh Prince. So what are you talking about? He don't represent rulership. Like, what do you mean? They like, his chart seems so troubling. I'm like, all right, name me one person who has the resume of Will Smith. Just one person in the world. Just one. Just one person. I just want one person that has a resume that's comparable to his. And then you tell me that he has a tough chart. Like, a lot of people don't even know. Will Smith has supported so many people.
So many.
Without no fame or no credit needed, that it just don't make sense. But when I say that we living in a world full of racism, like, I see it at a spiritual level. So what I'm saying, take this little blip, this conversation, and fast forward 6 months where they trying to cancel Will Smith, and don't say that I ain't tell you so. But go ahead.
Yeah, it's going into that realm of personal feelings versus an individual that you don't even know on a personal level.
Yeah. How does that work?
I'll just leave that there. Okay, when you have a personal opinion about an individual that you don't know on a personal level, That's you, bro. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's all you. So, but I digress. So, I want to get back to the chakra shit because I don't want us to get off track and I don't want people to lose focus. So, someone, the prime told me last night that the wording of unblocking a chakra is not the exact way to term that. So, could you please unpack that for me? Because I said, yeah, I might need to unblock my chakras. And then he was like, whoa, whoa. Like, he corrected me almost like right away. So could you explain that to me?
Yeah, man, that's an easy one right there. But a hard one to kind of that people kind of just. So let me ask you, and then I'll answer the question. Where did you get the concept from unblocking? And even if you don't remember, what would give you the imagery or visualization that will get you to that space where you think that you got to unblock your chakra? As
I
if your
remember,
chakra was going somewhere and then something was blocking it. But go ahead.
I remember exactly where I heard it from, and
Mm.
it wasn't anything spectacular. I was just listening to another one of these phony ass conscious individuals who just likes to talk and hear themselves talk. But they said, you need to unblock your chakras. And I was like, this is like 13 years ago. I was like, oh, I got chakras? What's that? You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
unpack that.
Okay. All right, cool. So a chakra is a gland in the body that is working anyways. So everybody has chakras that are strong versus chakras that are weak,
Mm-hmm.
or glands that are strong versus glands that are weak.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's people who could walk into a room like, hey, Roscoe, get your ass over here. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Versus, hey, has anybody seen Roscoe? I'm looking for him. So in a particular environment, a root chakra being grounded happens over time, or it happens through a practice. So it's just like if I'm in a neighborhood and I'm behaving in such a fashion or a way that just like, well, dang, why is he acting that way? Or how is he so bold? Like, I'll just do you one better. In the hood, it'll be a badass hood, like people robbing people and stuff like that. But then
Mm-hmm.
it'll be like a little dude, like 5'5". You know what I'm saying? Hop out with rims on, chain. He don't got no gun. He don't got no backup. He just going to get some gas. And you
Mm-hmm.
might look at that dude like he either got balls of steel or he got like whatever, but he's grounded. So
Yeah.
when you grounded, nothing can really go against you because nothing can actually see you because you're one with the environment, or so it may seem. The same way as a tree is grounded in the forest. Now, I can pinpoint a tree out if I want to. However, it's just a whole forest. Now, think about a forest and think about energy. How much energy did it take for the earth to manifest the trees and all of those trees? You couldn't
Mm.
fathom the amount of energy that exists within a forest. So the reality of an individual to ground would be centered in our ability to tap into an almost limitless amount of energy.
Okay.
However, when you deal with blocking something, there's nothing to block because your chakras are already going and active. It's just to a different degrees of diet, routine, and emotional field. So the
Okay.
idea then is to activate it through the blood. How do you activate it through the blood? Through the supplements that I'm gonna give in the class. Do you think I'm gonna get them supplements now? Hell to the no. All right. And secondly, through the
Placebos.
exercises. Huh?
Those would just be placebos right now. But go ahead.
Huh? No, these ain't
Those
placebos
would just be
though.
placebos without people knowing what they're for. You know what I'm
Oh yeah,
saying?
yeah. Just take water pills then. Forget it. You know what I'm saying? Activate your root chakra. Um So
Just take water pills.
yeah, just take water pills. It'll work. Or peach soda. You know,
Yeah.
whatever fake conscious person got you thinking that anything to do.
Peach schnapps. Get some
Peach
peach
schnapps.
schnapps, nigga.
Yeah. Nah, it's like real simple stuff, you know. But if a person is just feeling like it's complicated, they'll just make up anything, right? Because they don't want to cross those particular thresholds. So I'm not going to give you nothing that's going to make you scratch your head.
Mm-mm.
So the exercises, the supplements, the meditations, the visualizations, the actual work is simple. The application, because it's new, is difficult. But let me just be a beacon of a person who has been taking the supplements, who has been like just in my actual awareness of spirituality and just knowing how this shit go. And that's how I'm presenting it to you. Now, if I say it don't matter, you can do whatever you want to do, then I'm not a teacher. I'm just a nigga out here getting a quick dollar. So the reality is just trying to realize that it is actual things that you need to do. There's actual aesthetics that you need to practice, austerities that you need to adhere to. However, it's not nothing that's going to be too hard. The same way is like to say, you know, I want to go to the store to get some chips. A conscious person to say, oh, you don't need to walk to the store. You could just meditate on the store and the chips will come to you. So maybe they right, but wouldn't it just be easier to just get your ass up and walk to the store?
I'm done with you. I'm done.
Like, so we can
Just
still be,
meditate on the store. Just meditate on the store.
but that's what it's like when you reference love or success or stability and things of that nature, and you pay hundreds of dollars for a reading, and a person still can't give you practical insights. They rather give you extraterrestrial, supernatural, lack of fundamental ideologies, abstract ideas to keep you more lost. And since you don't, nobody wants to say that I'm stupid. Nobody wants to say that I don't know. So they'll just be like, yeah, and still be lost. So the reality is, what do you do in the spiritual journey? Do you listen to Panic? Do you listen to Bobby Hemmett? Do you listen to YouTube videos? Do you listen to you? Do you what do you do? What do you do?
Yeah.
If you ask me, I say you activate your root chakra and you first deal with the limitless supply of energy, and then you decide. And I'm not only a client, I'm actually a real participant in the spiritual work. So that's the work.
So yeah. Like all of this stuff that we are doing, like I am a participant. Like I am not just an advertising beacon. Like I'm not just a person who's just here just to be counted. Like I'm not even here to be counted. I'm here to participate in everything that we do. I have participated and I will continue to participate in everything that we do. I'm not going to plug something that I think is just going to give people a couple of dollars because you're being charged like $20-something for this, like just to be in the class. Like, I don't know what you think we getting off for $20-something, but we ain't getting a lot off for $20-something. So it's not like, you know,
class, and it's a class limit. So say for instance, after this video, the class is filled up. I'm not gonna build up additional seats because you gotta have strict numerology in the spiritual journey. Like if you don't have numerological codes that you adhere to, then a person is like, well, I got $24 for you. Nah, I'll just take it for 23. You sure? I'll give you 24. No, I just want 23. Why? Because that's my number. I don't want 24 people in the group. I want 23 people because we're going to have questions and answers. And so if I have 100 people, then it's convoluted. And then the person that needs it not going to get it. So I don't care if 100 people is interested in this class. I could care less. I only want 23 people. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like,
say that again, please.
I only want 23 people to sign up for this class. And once the 23 people sign up, there won't be a 24th person. You can sign up for the next day, but even that, when that gets to 23, we're done. Because I'm not here to make money. I'm here to have a code. You understand? And live by my code. So my code is based in numbers, my code is based in colors, and my code is based in frequency. So if you started to yell, started cussing, I just end alive, not have no negative feelings towards you, just because that's my code and frequency that I just don't anybody. My mama can start arguing. All right, I'll talk to you later, Mom.
Gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's important, you know, for people to understand that this is not this is not a cash grab. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you're doing something from the heart and you're really trying to do something for people, the last thing that you want to do is try to get everything that you can get from those people, because you want those people to be able to come back. You want it to feel like home to those people. You want those people to feel like, hey, you know, if I have an issue, if I'm unsure, if I'm not sure of myself, I could just pick up the phone and call someone. I could just pick up the phone and call Hood Mystic. I can call the Dark Serpent. I have his number. I have Prime Harmonics number. I don't know if I'm doing the breathing right. Like, those things are essential because they're different. It's not somebody that's just trying to get your bank information and they holler at you in 30 days. Like, that's not what's going down. That's not what's going down. Okay, so what I think is essential that we point out and continue to point out and drive home is that, A, that we're not trying to get rich off you people. We're going to be successful regardless. And our measure of success is not based on dollars, even though dollars are good. But like, it's not based on dollars. You know, it's based on the information reaching a wide range of people and those people being able to utilize that information for everyday practical things within their lives, not cash grabs, not magic blue pills, not magic green pills, not water pills, like none of that shit. Like, this is stuff that we're implementing that we're actually doing ourselves at the same time. So my next question to you, Mr. Mystic, is how many chakras does the average person have?
The average person on a glandular level, every cell possibly has the makeup of a human body. So you would, in a simple sense, you say it's infinitesimal, if that's the right word. Because you have,
I think it is. Yeah, you got it right. You got it right.
Because you have 1 trillion cells, but within all of those cells is the blueprint to you.
Yeah.
So what's 1 trillion times 1 trillion? I lose count. After,
yeah, I'm not doing that number. I'm not doing that number. I think they get the point. I think y'all get the point. I'm not gonna act like a mathematician over here. Like, I think y'all get it.
Yeah. So is that
so there's no number. So there's no number.
No, there's no number.
I heard there was 72. I heard there was 5 limbs. 72 times 5 is what? 360, something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Because they tried to make the 360 degrees the same amount of chakras that a person has in their human body. I don't know the relevance to that, if that's factual, but I know that you're going to get a different answer from different people.
Yeah,
and I know I've never heard somebody say to this date, I've never heard nobody say there isn't a number that we could come up with.
Yeah,
that's more honest than a motherfucker telling me, yeah, there's 360. Like, you didn't really do nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I appreciate that answer, because if you don't have the answer and you still trying to find out yourself, then that gives you a reason to go find something out, go research something. So that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, but when you reference chakras, you're referencing glands. Now, glands allow for, so our bodies, say for man, I'll just go back to probably about 5 years ago, 6 years ago. And I was like really hard in the party scene. So I would smoke Newports, I would pop ecstasy, I would smoke weed, and I would do all of these things daily, to the point that I would wake up, get my pack of cigarettes, get my blunt, get my X pills, get my weed. And this was a daily thing, because I had to stay up all night, all day. It was like I was waking up at 3 o'clock doing all of this, so I could stay up all day and enjoy myself, all night and enjoy myself. But the toxicity that I say all of that to say the toxicity that I was bringing into my body was destroying my body, but somehow I didn't die. Inhaling everything that I was inhaling, ingesting everything that I was ingesting, it should have killed me. However, the body is very strong. It has lymphatic nodes, the Piscean energy, where it kills anything. It also has the blood-brain barrier where your astrocytes live that will prevent any toxins whatsoever from entering into your brain. So your brain is completely alkaline, even if you take, 5 hits of crack. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't
all three of them.
All three of the brains. It's the blood-brain barrier. So when you reference, and that gets to the chakras, so we talking about cerebrospinal fluid. And all of these particular energies are protecting you all day. Because why? Because every day we walk outside, this would be a diesel truck ride past you, load your ass up with carcinogenic cells and viruses and things of that nature. Just fill your whole body up with all types of pesticides and things of that nature. You might walk down the street and your neighbor is laying down pesticides for his grass.
Yeah.
Cars riding by you, filling your lungs up with toxins. Meaning that we are so exposed to energies that want to tear us down. And the only thing, not your mama, not your priest, not your doctor, not your healer, not your astrologer, not your psychic, not the person you're going to for consultations. The only thing that is saving your black ass right now is your body.
So you were basically able to take all of that shit, which is like a cocktail to hell, right? And you still survive.
I still survive.
And you were still like operational, like you were still able to flow and do the things that you normally do.
All I can say is that I didn't die. That's the only thing that I can say. I can't say that I was operational. I was very lost. I can't say that I was functionable. I look at a lot of that and I was like, sometimes I feel like a slug on a rock. It's just useless, pointless, that type of energy. So I can't say that it was worth it or it did anything good. However, I can say that when I was trying to kill myself, whether literally or figuratively, my body said, we're not going to let this go. So that's happening automatically for us, regardless. People eating factory meat. You think that's healthy for their body? Of course not. But our body is so strong and so smart that when you start to do the chakra work, you then begin to align with that part of you that is saving your life, and you begin to win. Like you get on the winning side because it's happening already, especially if you're upright. I'll do you one better. You could be completely broken in a wheelchair, but how are you still breathing if your whole body said, I don't even want to move, but your lungs and heart and brain still decides to function? That's power within itself. So aligning with whatever is deciding to keep you alive and breathing is where you find your purpose. But if you're so into the external and taking your chakras and your glandular health for granted, then you're not able to even reap the benefits of what we call consciousness or the spiritual journey. And the reason why, and just tying into the things that you were saying, everybody is out here for a cash grab. So I'm a spiritual person that I get up here and I do promote myself. I do advertise. I do have services, but I do tell y'all that I make money from trading. I do tell y'all that I make money from selling products too. Not to the point of I'm making money in one different facet or one different area. I have multiple streams of income. So I'm not here for the cash grab, meaning that they can shut my YouTube. I'm prepared for them to shut my YouTube page down any day.
Yeah.
That's how I live my life. I post on here and be like, all right, they about to delete me, but
Okay.
I'm already straight. Yeah, what's
On to-
next? On to the next thing. So, and I say all of that to say that's the reason why the masses haven't developed the idea towards consciousness or the spiritual journey yet.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody that's been propagated as spiritual leaders are CIA agents, because consciousness is a secret psychological operation to hijack the minds of the gods and goddesses to buy into these quasi celebrity spiritualists.
And that's no conspiracy theory. That's
just
actual factual.
That's just a fact.
Actual fact.
These spiritual people will be kowtowing and giving heads up and daps to, you know, entertainers, and these entertainers will put out a CD tomorrow if they record label tell them about doing Percocets. Percocets. Molly Percocets. Why do you think Future made that song? Because that was the jam, or did the company that owns Percocet say we need some more sales in your community? I need you to do a song that just saying Molly Percocet over and over again. And you want me to just say Molly and Percocet over and over again? Don't worry.
Like Mike Jones? Mike Jones?
It'll be a jam. We tell people what to like, you know, so that's really what it is. You know, they don't think that you like these artists and these entertainers because they talented. You like them because you're told to like them. So when it comes to spiritualists kowtowing and partner up and look into these people for guidance or whatever the case may be, you missing a point. The reality is that you are the stars, the masses. If you a single mom, if you an Instagram thotty trying to make it, trying to get some followers, you the guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, not these people that's propagated by these contracts. Like,
yeah, sorcery and witchery. You know.
We the real sorcerers. We the real sorcerers, though. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that. It's that too.
So it's great that you connected those two dots, because I don't think people understand that the reality or the actuality of the situation is people are in tune with their program. You know, you don't really like somebody. That was just put in front of you so many times that the psychological aspects of how it took over on to you wanting to be involved and you buying into something. Like, you didn't want that McDonald's cheeseburger the first time you saw it, but by the 10th time you saw it, you wanted that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's how all of the programming works. If you watch that commercial 10 times, you might think the first time you see it that this is some bullshit. And you might be right. But by the 10th time you see it, you're going to be thinking about going in your purse. You're going to be thinking about breaking the bank. So
I'll do you one better. I still want a Popeye's chicken sandwich. I ain't had one yet. But at first, I was like, no, but they keep showing them that bun all juicy and buttery, and I'm just like, that chicken might slap a little bit. But that's because they learning. I don't know.
I was ready to hit up DoorDash during the quarantine. Like, yo, can I get one of those? And then I saw the video of dude getting dragged out the driveway car. I was like, yeah, never mind, I'm good. Like, I just don't think it's really worth all of that, you know? So I think there's a difference for people to understand between something that you actually like yourself or something that you were convinced to like.
But this is going to happen at a spiritual level before it happens. And so we think like the McDonald's and the Pepsis and the major corporations is like first, and then conscious people, because they got a head wrap and a turban and they saying your buzzwords, that they couldn't never be a part of the establishment. But the reality is, if they getting supported in this paradigm, you got to hear people saying, and not even that, because they got hip to that game. So now what you will hear is them saying how they threatening to take their channel down and things like that, but their channel's still up. So how did that work? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's more profitable to keep us deaf, dumb, and blind than it is to awaken us. And the conscious people, they knew you was conscious, so they gave you these particular entities and said that these are the authorities of conscious information. But the reality, the facts, and you can bring anybody and we can do a side by side. There is no hierarchy in this.
None.
If you have a person that's referencing themselves as a hierarchy, then have them talk it to me and tell me that they hierarchy over me spiritually. Have somebody.
Or better yet, just run. Just run real fast in the other direction. Just run.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said that to Prime last night. I said I hate the idea of a guru, and I hate using the word hate, but I hate the idea of a guru. You know, a person who's gonna have 1 million people follow them when he could do something just as simple as say, you know, you're not supposed to be followed. Like that's it. Like that is it. That is it. Like the idea of a motherfucker that got 1 million people following him, and all he has to do is turn around and say, you know, you guys are not getting it right. Like you're not supposed to follow me. Like so. Anytime you got all of these people saying the same shit, these are all buzzwords. These are catchphrases. These are things that are get the subconscious to click, because the subconscious doesn't know the difference between right and wrong. So the subconscious is that movie that's going to keep playing. These guys have these buzzwords. Your celebrities are saying the same things to you all the time.
Now Beyonce talking about Oshun and Yemaya.
Yeah, we were just having this conversation about Beyonce and Oshun and Yemaya 3-4 months ago. Like, I don't understand. Like, now Beyonce is a spokesman for NAACP. Like, I don't get it. I don't get how we got here. Like, this idea that we're gonna have this organization still speak for the people is a joke. You people need to start speaking for yourselves.
Nah, because it's two energies that exist. It's the energy of America, and then it's the energy of invaders of America. And so the energy of America is been wiped out of America and been relocated to Cuba. However, when you talk about sauce and you talk about drip, then you getting it for two places. You getting it from the Mound Grids, or you getting it from Cuba. Now, all you got to do is do your Googles. We can do this right now because we can do this live, right?
Pull it up and split the screen.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, because when I did the gematria on Maxwell's name yesterday, what also came up under her name was Mound Builders.
Really? Oh, really? We can look at that. So let's do it real quick. Beyonce Cuba. Whoa.
All of that.
Down there chilling, you feel me? Like down there vibing, like catching a whole entire vibe. Like, so you gotta be.
That look like a new world. That look like a new world right there.
They look like new people because there's only one thing that exists out here is truth, and then there's and then there's fiction. So what precedes the reality or the physicality? The spirit. However, when you look at this, the physicality, one would say, is that the most valuable space for a person to be in, or is the more valuable space to be in the undercurrent where you can manipulate the undercurrents? Now, if I tell you that you have access,
are you a puppet or a puppet master?
Exactly. If I give you access to your chakras versus give you access to $1 million, one would take the $1 million 99.9999999% of the time. The only person who wouldn't take the $1 million is the actual millionaire. So the question you might ask, is there any millionaires signed up for the class with me? Yes, there are. There are.
Yeah.
There are.
They just don't know it yet.
Yeah. No, there's literal like I got millionaire clientele, not to brag or boast.
No. Of course you. Yeah, of course you do. Oh, shit.
I'm not bragging, but I'm just saying I know millionaires and they still want the spirituality. Why? If I just now listen to what I just told you. I can
I
either
heard it very well. Robin Williams killed himself.
yeah.
like, go ahead.
So I'm just saying, money's not going to save you in this paradigm. Because why is Beyonce and Jay-Z in Cuba and they got all of the money in the world? There's obviously something else. Now we're talking about externalized energies and we're talking about Poleros and Santeros. See, the thing that connects me to Beyonce and Jay-Z is that we have the same Polero down in New Orleans.
Yeah, you told me that.
So this is how I can kind of know and sense who I am. I know who I am spiritually. Financially, I'm still getting there. See, they are trying to get to where I am at spiritually. They already got the finances.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Like they
doing it backwards. They doing it backwards. They went for the success, the material, the glamour, the glitz, the number one status, and then now they're in my
bedroom, in my studio apartment, cracking open books. And I had opportunities to go to LA. I had opportunities to go to Atlanta, New York, and focus in on music and that type of energy. However, it was something more abstract for me, something more sublime. And the reality is that y'all can bear witness on this channel. My fault for interrupting you, but y'all can bear witness on this channel of me talking about Orishas in detail week after week after week. At the same time, Beyonce was surfboard, and all of this type of shit at the same time. But somehow we got to the same place.
That's an awesome catch. Okay.
Somehow we got to the same place.
Yeah. One day we're gonna have to do the breakdown of when she was talking to you subliminally through her music. One day we're gonna have to do that.
Oh, the Megan Thee Stallion joint.
Yeah. One day we're gonna have to do that. I don't think the people will understand how real spirit is. Like, I think we're gonna have to do that. We're gonna have to do it with her and Drake. We might as well turn that into one show because we got one with Drake too, right?
Straight up trolling me.
Yeah. So it's
remember that live yesterday? We got an Amber Alert on our phone saying that in order to go into any store from now on, you got to wear a mask. Fresh off our live. But Gretchen, she got my same birthday. That's my twin flame. So this is the internet, man. So it's 46 people watching, probably about 10, 20 people in the chat. Those other 26 people are, elites, Hollywood elites, smart people, billionaires.
People taking
notes and then going to apply it in their art and take it to make millions of dollars. Now, I provide this service because it's not me, but to the people who are active, the real people, like, this is what the celebrities are doing. This is what y'all need to do. I need to take these vibes and begin to create and live your best life. So when you connect into your root chakra, you tapped into limitless energy. Mm-hmm. And you can begin to create what you need to create and live how you want to live. This is just facts. And we can go on and on and on. I think we're going to have to do this like every day, maybe a little 30-minute hour session when I'm in the office, because I like this StreamYard setup, Dark. So we're going to have to just do this, bro. Like, I like this little flow. You know what I'm saying? Next, and the questions that you got was platinum. So, come with some questions that we can just do kind of like a little StreamYard check-in. And if anybody want to get invited to these check-ins, I can send y'all the link and we can, we can do it. And then I would say for the people who can't make the class, can't really swing that $23, even though you get $800 a week from unemployment, $1,200 stimulus checks, but that $23 is just a big haul for you. I get that. Yeah. I understand. I've been there before. I've never been there, but whatever.
I will spend my last on some shit like this because I know it's going to teach me how to fish. So
yeah, and that's the difference. That's the difference between getting $1 million versus developing your spiritual abilities. Because you can take that $1 million, but when you spend it, will you know how to make another $1 million? The answer is no. So
No. That's why, you know, the majority of these people that got all of this free money, they, you know, they went and brought TVs. So, you know, I mean, it's just the reality of the situation. I'm not trying to talk shit about nobody. I mean, I spent my money on fucking equipment. So, like, you know,
yeah,
each his own. You know
I
what I'm
invested
saying?
I invested in me and my wife's businesses, and I mean, shit. It's like nobody can tell you how to spend your money. However,
At
this
all.
is a really important time to spend your money wisely and think about the future and think about how to bring value to your money. So a lot of everything that we talking about is okay, you have this money, but now you're what to do with it, and just creating different avenues and resources that not going to break nobody's pockets. However, it's just keeping everybody honest, and it's allowing me when I distribute these workbooks, when I add you to these groups and things of that nature, is something that you are serious about. Because everybody on this chat is 50 people on this chat. Like, yeah, I want to sign up for the class. I want to sign up for the class. You know what I'm saying? But then when it comes to that pressing that buy now or book now button, you know what I'm saying, you got reservations. And I just want you to hold on to those reservations because I just want people that's really affirmative. When
Yeah.
people can bear witness, when they came to me with ideas, when they asked me for money, I didn't never say, well, let me think about it. I'll get back to you. Nigga, I'm instantaneous with the shits. You know what I'm saying? With the application. Like, soon as you ask me for something, it's either immediately yes or immediately no. So,
Yeah. Yeah. There is no in between, no gray area there.
nah.
Especially when you're living in abundance, when you practice abundance, when your existence is abundance, then yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
something that you afford yourself the opportunity to do. And like I said earlier, this is not something that we're trying to force people to do. Do it or don't do it. Like, it's not going to make any of us know, never mind. Like, we're not going to get any banners for this at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't say to yourself, yeah, I want to change my life and I want to be a better version of myself and all of these different things if you're not really to put that ROI in. You know what I'm saying? That your real return on investment is your effort and where you putting your fucking effort at. So you want to put your effort into this? Like, put your effort into this. I mean, shameless plug. Coins and Currents is teaching you how to be your own bank. Literally, you will learn how to be your own bank. Okay? Coins and Currents. Literally. Like, honestly. So let's be real, because we're just gonna be real with the people. Like, we're not cutting mustard over here. Like, this ain't no bullshit over here.
Mm-hmm. But these are skill sets that require vulnerability and to be a newbie.
Yes. Yes, they do, because vulnerability is strength. People don't need to understand that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. So if you want to get a course for someone else, all you have to do is go to Alchemic Academic, sign up for the class, but instead of putting your name in, you put their name, and you don't have to worry about the birth details or anything like that. Just make sure I get their name and their email. Now, the payment, you can pay any way that you get how you live. As long as the 23 is there, is there. But if you want to sign up for anybody, just feel free to do that. Yeah, and we can get that popping. But just if y'all have any details or like the portals ain't easy for you to access, or you don't know how to access how to book the class or whatever, email me hoodmystic@gmail.com. We're gonna go back in the lab, me and Dark Serpent and Prime, and really cultivate this show. Like, it's done, it's prepared, but now we just chiseling it, refining it, just making it to be something really, really good, So I imagine it to be an hour and a half worth of talk, followed by another hour plus of questions and answers. I really like the questions and answers, and I think the people involved in the classes like the questions and answers because it gives you a time to really learn more and get that actual icing or cherry on top. So it's just a real good experience. I did these classes by myself just to kind of get familiar because I didn't want to just get a whole bunch of people involved and nobody know what's going on. So we ran these classes by myself, but now I'm just trying to involve people in. I'm looking for a female educator to help us with the sacral chakra. So I'm sure spirit will lead her to me. I'm almost guaranteed in knowing that, and more details to come. So
Yes, everything that he said times 10. It's the Dark Serpent. Like I said, I am the advertiser. Like I am the pusher. Like, and I am a participant. So I am a student just like the rest of y'all. Like I'm not talking above anybody. So understand that everybody involved in this is actually taking part in everything that's going on. And before the sign out, I just like to say, join the Slack. You want to be around like minds to like mind, you know, join the Slack, you know, get the astrology books. Everything is on Amazon. Everything is available. You got Spotify, you got YouTube, we got everything going on. The Hood Mystic is not going to send you wrong. I can attest to that.
word, man. I appreciate you, Prime, for giving me somebody to bounce ideas off of and just give the people something different than me kind of droning on, hitting them with the monotone, spiritual miracle. You know, you giving me get you out there, man. I'm gonna need your link to your YouTube page so people can go over there and subscribe. And man, it's a family thing, so you just need it. You need many people that's about this life to come together because miracles is happening.
Absolutely. Miracles are definitely happening. I am the presenter of SS Media, Sacred Serpent Media 0823. That's based on my brotherhood Mystic. You already know what that is. So, yeah, this is it, man. We here, man. We ain't going nowhere.
Word.
Sign off. We're gonna do this again tomorrow or something, man. Let me know.
Word. Yeah. As soon as I get to the office, I'll tap in with you in Prime and let's see if we can get something set up so we can kind of conversate with the people, just giving them more details. I want to get Prime on here, hit them with the mellow father groove. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Proper vibe.
We need that. We need that breathology in here. You know, we need that in there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All right, peace to the family, man.
Peace to the family. And for mine, the best for numerology would be my minor arcana course. You know, we deal with numerology in full detail. So get that course. That's on Alchemic Academic as well. So peace to y'all. And we'll catch y'all on the flip side. Thank you, Dark Serpent. We'll tap in tomorrow. Peace.
Peace.